So, review, I'm pressing in and down, and I'm throwing on a bat today so that it's easy to take off the wheel, because the donut pot is low and wide, and when I go to pick that up with my pot lifters, I'm going to distort the heck out of it. So you have to be able to center on the bat. If you're having trouble and the bat feels like it's really sliding around, putting a little clay in those holes, the drier the clay, the better. But basically, if you start to hear a clicking noise, you want to back off just a little bit and press down a little bit more, and then really concentrate on that shoulder, and that will get it centered for you, because you're doing enough downward pressure to keep it from sliding back and forth. Once you've got it centered, you want to center kind of low. We're going to open up, but this time, instead of opening up, you can do finger over finger, you can do the finger inside the V. But once you're opening up, you're going to go all the way down and touch the bat, so you're not leaving a floor, and that's going to be the center of your donut. Then we're going to work our way back from there, so you want to get in there and pull back just like you're making a normal floor. And sometimes on the bat, if it's rocking on me, I pull back like this and keep one finger sort of down on the bat if I want to go way out, because that can be another area where you're going to have a lot of pressure on the clay, and so it might end up sort of feeling like it's rocking around on you, which makes it harder to control, because you know that it's moving every half turn. So once you've got that open, then we've got 2 walls to build. So we're opening again, but this time what we're doing is, instead of opening in the middle, you're going to open on the side. So it's like you're going to have some clay left in this general area and some clay left in this general area. And we're going to go down in between those areas. It's been a year since I've done this, so I might be a little out of practice. But hopefully I can pull this off. Left a little bit too much clay on the inside, but I should be able to make that work. You can check with your finger just by pressing down, putting a finger on there, and then pressing down there, and you can sort of see how much clay you have left, because that's going to be one of the walls of your donut pot. Or you can do the one where you press through with the needle tool, slide your finger down, and check and see how much clay you've got there. You want to leave the same that you would, and then just come back and fill that hole in with a little bit of pressure. You want to leave enough clay there so that when you flip it over on day 2 to trim it, you can kind of round out the shape so it doesn't look round on one side and completely flat on the other side. Now I'm trying to remember if I do the inside wall first or the outside wall first. I think I do the... What do I do? I do the inside wall first, okay? Because then when I get to the outside, yeah, I'm not bumping my inside wall. So I'm just going to pull the way I normally would. Fingers across from each other like they're clapping. Yay, ceramics! Hooray for ceramics! And I'm keeping them right across from each other, lifting up that wall, and thinning it out as much as you feel like you can. I can do one more pull there. Keep my fingers wet. And at the end of that pull, I want to kind of encourage that pull to go back in with a little outward pressure. I might have this backwards. We'll find out in a second. I might do the outside wall first. But second time, I'm going to go up. I'm going up, and I'm going to be pressing up and out with my inside wall so that I try to get these guys to overlap one another. So, a little bit of water, one finger on the inside, one finger on the outside. I'm lifting up that wall, and then I'm working my way out. One more pull. I think I got a little more clay down there that I can work with. Up the wall, and then out. And now the game is trying to get this wall to go in and this wall to go out, right, until they overlap each other. Right. Before I do that, though, I want to get the water out of that little area in between, and try not to introduce too much water from here on out, because I don't want that standing water on the inside. So I get my sponge and I get in there. If your sponge is way too big, you can rip it in half and get in there, or fold it in half a couple of times and try to get in there like that. I just fixed it afterwards. So, I'm going to take my outside, I'm going to kind of choke in. My finger's a little wetter. And I'm going to start at the bottom again. I'm going to choke in that outside wall. A little bit more. 4 fingers, trying to keep them at the same level. And a little bit of water on that rim to try to create kind of some natural slip. A little bit of water underneath this rim. And then this is going to come out over the other wall and overlap it.
How do you do it?
You just saw it.
I know, but like I always try it and it's like, dang.
And that's a donut pot. You can probably